Social anxiety, something that we all probably deal with. And this anime will probably make you relive every social awkward situation that ever happened in your life. Bocchi The Rock is a perfect example of social anxiety in a nutshell. Not being able to make eye contact with people, always having these weird stuttering moments where you just freeze up and don't know what to do, or you just go in a corner and hide yourself from everybody else. Wait, why is this anime about me? This story follows a kid named Gotō Long. She's a kid who has super anxiety and doesn't have a lot of friends because she's always afraid of being judged by other people and getting embarrassed by certain actions she does. While sitting down and watching TV, Bocchi discovers a band, and one of the band members said that he used to be one of the kids who will always sit alone, and music really helped him get over that. Being inspired, Bocchi decides to try doing guitar, and her one dream is to form a band in her middle school. Fast forward a couple years, you would think maybe she has formed a band yet. No, she hasn't. Her social anxiety got in the way with asking anyone to join her band. Now in high school, Bocchi has just given up trying to be part of a band, until she meets a girl named Nijika. Nijika wants to recruit Bocchi to join her and Rio in this band. After getting Bocchi to join, another member joined named Zuyo, making the Kessoku Band. And the one thing I can say about this anime is that it does a really good job of putting you in Bocchi's situation if you have social anxiety. I think this anime was just made for people who deal with that. And I know that's like on the nose, like, oh, that's really obvious. Who thought of that? But they do more than just focus on Bocchi's social anxiety. They focus on, forming a band and trying to get popular, which is not the most crazy anime concept. Like I've seen that with Beck, but Bocchi is different because there's not a lot of drama in there. It's just Bocchi trying to get over her social anxiety while trying to make her dreams come true, and her trying to push past her limits in going out and getting a job and making new friends. Before meeting her friends, she was just playing guitar by herself and posting online, where she had to only worry about herself and play to her best ability. And this show, she has to play with other people. And I kind of like how the show presented social anxiety, because you would think, oh, she just made these new friends and her thing would just automatically go away and she would just be able to communicate and talk to anybody how it is. No, it's really hard to even get through that because there's steps to it. And you can slowly see Bocchi being more confident in herself. It might not look like it, but she was more confident in herself throughout the later episodes compared to the first half of it. Like, she was so against of getting a job that she literally wanted to give away the money her mom was going to save up for her marriage. That's dedication I've ever seen one. Also, every time Bocchi broke out in this anxiety attack type moments, she would just pull out a guitar and start playing, which is really hilarious. I think the humor in this is freaking the best I've ever seen in an anime. Maybe because I probably have a horrible sense of humor, or I'm just a little kid, but the humor in this is actually pretty hilarious. Rio was probably one of my favorite characters in this show because every time she was on screen, it was just the most blankest voice, the most depressing voice ever, but she had probably one of the funniest lines in this whole anime. And I'm kind of glad they went with this no drama type anime where you don't have to stress over it, because close to the ending I was stressing out because they were playing at the festival and I'm like, oh, something's about to go wrong. And we us anime have this spidey sense where it's we know something's gonna happen, and in this show you don't have to really worry about that because it was just really just fun and games and just a bunch of anime girls trying to form a band. That's really the whole thing about this anime. It's just innocent, wholesome anime girls becoming a band. And I gotta say, the music in this was really good. I was really surprised that I'm oh wow, I can actually see myself listening to this song on my phone or on my playlist. And I was really surprised because aside from Beck was probably the only musical anime that actually got me to download some of the songs on there. Bocchi The Rock maybe just entered my anime playlist because I love when they were trying to performed for an audience to get popular. And it was raining crazy outside, and they were falling flat, and they were in sync. And when they played their second song, Bocchi was just going ham on the guitar. And that was probably one of my favorite parts of the show, to where I felt like I was actually in there listening to them play. And I was really surprised how good the music was in this show. And I think the only thing I could say, I wish they, expanded more of them, like more practicing them with the instruments. Because I know I said Beck as a prime example of like a show like this, but Beck did a really good job of, doing, seeing their process with the instruments. And I wish they would have done that in this show. But everything else was pretty good. And it was a wholesome anime that I didn't really have to stress about. No one like getting hurt, no one like dying or anything. Except Bocchi. I think she had like 5,000 heart attacks during this whole series. Well, you guys like this video, make sure you guys like, subscribe. Comment down below if you guys watch Bocchi The Rock. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.